Here we're going to show you how to install the Google Calendar viewer on your Sony internet viewer. So first we'll go open an internet browser and go to sony.com/my-. We'll want to mouse over the My Dash tab and click Login. And at this point, you should have already registered your Sony Dash, so then you will have an account with Sony. So we'll go ahead and log in, and once we make it to this screen, then we'll want to click on Manage Channel. This is where we manage all the apps that are on the Sony Dash device. So here you can see we have a list of apps that are already on our device to begin with, and we're going to add our Google Calendar viewer. So we can look at the categories of apps that are available. We'll want to click Calendars to narrow it down some, and then here is our Google Calendar viewer. You can see there's a little description, who it's made by, version, when it was created, and when it was last updated. And then over here there's a nice little demo picture of what the app will look like on your device. This is the one we want, so we'll click Add App. We'll get this pop-up window asking to paste our private address XML from our Google Calendar account. If you don't know how to do that, they were nice enough to provide us a link to show you how to do things, so you can follow these instructions here. So first, we'll create a new tab so we can go to our calendar. So we'll go to calendar.google.com, and then we'll log in to Professor Smith's email. Once we get into our calendar, we'll go down to the specific calendar that we want to share to the device, click our drop-down arrow, and go to Calendar Settings. That'll bring us to this screen for specific details for that one calendar. We'll scroll down, and we have Calendar Address and Private Address. Make sure we want to stick with the private address. So we'll click this XML button, and that'll give us this nice long link here that we will want to copy and paste into the window for the Google Calendar viewer on the Sony Dash device. So we'll paste it. We'll click Submit, and it tells us that it's a success. And also, if you want to, you can tell it how long you want it to stay on this app. If you want to go back and change that later, that's fine. Then we'll click the little X, and now you can see here that we have the Google Calendar viewer installed on our Sony Dash. So then you should be able to go to the Dash and find that app, and your calendar should be there. So thanks for watching. Here we have the Sony Dash internet viewer, and here you are looking at the Google Calendar viewer app on the Sony Dash. We have it set up already so that you are viewing Professor Smith's calendar events, and we'll show you here in a bit on how to set that up. You can see that there are two ways to look at his calendar. You can look at his calendar by day, or you can look at particular events one at a time. So here we're looking at the Hardin Luau, and then we can go to the next event and look at the Wind Ensemble concert, or we can look at all of the events on Tuesday, May 8th. So you can see the Luau, the Wind Ensemble concert, and a racing tournament. We can go back and forth from days in the future to today. Unfortunately, sadly, we can't go back in time, but that's alright. Why would we need to look at past calendar events? And that is the Google Calendar viewer app on the Sony Dash internet viewer.